I'm still muted, aren't I? I am definitely not muted. What's up, folks? We're not recording? Yes. Oh, wow. All right, so we're still loud. Those two, yeah. There we go. Let's turn that down. Yeah, this is we're testing stuff out. Oh, somebody says they were scared that us guys weren't real. Yeah, we're real. We're really real. Can we have everybody show themselves on these other screens though? Because you can see us, but we want to see all you guys because this is more intimate. So the guys who are on Zoom are mostly affiliates, right? So affiliates, can you show yourselves so that we can see who we're talking to? Here we are. Hey, Tanya. All right. Is that Jacqueline? Are you wearing a mask? Or are you just happy to see me? All right. Somebody's wearing a mask. Deshaun, come on now. Show yourself. Alicia, Michelle, Amana, come on now. I want to see everybody today. Deshaun. So, can you guys nod if you can hear me because can you hear me? All right. You can hear me. Tanya, unmute so that we can see if we can hear you. All right, can't hear you. All right, keep on, Tanya, till we get a signal back here.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
You're botchy. You're botchy.
We're botchy.
You can hear it now?
Yeah.
I got bad sunlight. You can hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you loud and clear.
Can anybody? Okay. Good.
Loud and clear.
I have a.
Talk to us, Tanya. Though, let's have a conversation, Tanya. Let's have this conversation.
Lighting issues. We're having conversations. Today is Fibroid Fridays.
Conversation. This is we are testing. We got our new recruits in there working the operation. Rick's on a world. What do you call it? He's traveling on a cruise. He might not be back for the next 6 months.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Cruise.
Yeah.
6 months. That's what's up. Really? Where's this cruise going? I might have to go
around the world.
My kind of cruise.
He's traveling around the world.
Around the world.
Scout Summer.
Hey. What's up?
So IG World.
So we can talk about anything.
So everybody on IG, right? If you want to partake, it's so if I look at my screen, if you ask a question, I may catch it. I don't know if Mike is logged into the IG on this side, but there's the link tree in my bio. Click on the Friday, GBD Friday, Fibroid Fridays, if you want to join the Zoom call as well. So we're just testing stuff. We're testing stuff to make sure these guys know what they're doing. We're gonna know who we're gonna fire, who we're gonna keep on. So let's talk.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. And what's your name again?
Marva.
Marva, okay, because iPhone, you only got iPhone up on the screen. So Marva.
I am in the. Oh, okay. Oh, because I changed my phone only the other day, so I have to put a picture here.
Oh, okay. You upgraded. Did you get the latest
11th day
iPhone?
of my 14-day fast. I wanted to chuck in yesterday.
You wanted to pack it up?
Yesterday, but I was talked through it. A young lady.
Okay.
I was so sick yesterday morning, bad feelings, and so she says, "Oh, that's the way you're gonna feel. That's the way you're gonna feel."
Right.
But today it was much better. Lips are bursting up, the bottom lip.
Okay. So have you increased your intake? Because maybe were you throwing up yesterday?
2 times last night.
Okay, so you might be a little dehydrated. So have you been drinking a lot of water?
Yes, I've been drinking 2 the large Icelander and my 27 ounces of the structured water,
right?
And coconut water.
Okay, and you've been doing your supplements?
Yeah, I've been doing the supplements.
All right, okay. And you feel better than you did yesterday, though. That's what the most important thing is, that
I feel better. Yesterday was the only day yesterday I had headache and bad feelings and wanting to chuck in and eat something.
Right. But you persevered.
But today is much better.
You persevered. That's the most important thing. Perseverance.
Yes, I did.
You pulled through. So you're on day 11 today. So you have another 3 days. Correct?
Yeah.
Wait, don't sound too
Yes,
sure.
correct.
All right.
Three more days I have left.
Yeah, 3
My
more.
question is, I'm gonna be away. I'm gonna be away from home from Thursday. So I wouldn't finish my 4-day assimilation. I'm not sure about the food where I'm going. So what advice can you give to me?
Okay, so wherever you go, just go and get fruits. Get fruits and salad. Because the reassimilation look on the reassimilation meal plan and see what foods are in there. So if you can't get to any like soup or anything like that where you have, just get salads and fruits. So your 4 day,
You're breaking up.
I'm breaking up. Am I breaking up to everybody? Yeah? All right, I'm breaking up. So
Yes.
there's something
Yes.
on our end. No. Am I breaking up just in sound or in image?
Both.
Both.
Oh, by
You're
both.
lagging.
All right. So we're just making some tweaks with the Wi-Fi over here. Mikey didn't pay the bill, so we're on dial-up.
Okay.
Wait, Marva, Marva, believe me. No, Marva, no, that's not true. We're not on no dial-up.
Yeah. So. Yes, Thursday. I'm leaving New York on Thursday, and I'm not sure about the food. Where if I'll get anything because I'm going to a hotel.
Where you going? What state you going to?
Houston.
All right. Yeah, Texas. Well, the weather's picked up. That's a good sign down here. We're pretty warm. We've been pretty warm this week. We've been in like the 70s this week. So hopefully in Texas it'll be nice as well. But again, when you get there, just do fruits. Do fruits and salads.
Okay. And should I finish all the supplements even though I'm finished on the 14th day? Should I still continue to do the supplements?
Absolutely. You don't stop the supplements. Do not stop the supplements. The supplements are giving your body all the nutrients that your body needs. Now, this is something that we speak. This is something that we speak about all the time. The need for supplementation. supplementation isn't just for during your detox. The reason why we've introduced you to these supplements is to show you as well that with nutrition, you don't even hardly have to eat. You hardly have to eat anything to feel good, to feel energized, right? For you to have energy, for your mental clarity, right? Libido up, right? Everything is firing on all cylinders, right? And it's all about cellular integrity, right? It's all about the health of your cells. When your cells are being nourished, your organs, your tissues, everything about you works correctly. And we're showing people that you can do this without massive amounts of calories, right? Massive amounts. So when you eliminate food from your diet,
one
yeah,
thing.
go ahead, Marva.
One thing else, I lost like about, I started at 165, I have 148 now. Not like, I am glad to meet 148, I am. But I look like a little skinny little girl.
Wait, I can see you, Marva, and you don't look like a skinny little girl. I can see you. What are you talking about?
And she's not tall, so.
And right, so Michelle's letting you know that, right, and you're not tall, so 148. How tall are you?
She's 6 feet. She's maybe 5'3", Auntie.
5'3",
maybe.
so 148 is actually, at 5'3", 148 is just about right. You could even lose a couple more.
The only good thing is that I bought a 2-piece bathing suit to go to Texas.
Oh my gosh.
You did what?
I bought a 2-piece bathing suit instead of
Get it, girl. Oh Lord. Get it.
Well, that's good. So you buy the 2-piece. Was that for Houston when you go to Houston? Houston?
Yes, instead of wearing a 1-piece.
That's
and
how I
you
say
only
it.
live once. It don't matter how old
Houston.
you are, as long as you look
How about
good.
that?
Preach.
Yeah, that's
So-
the only thing. I've lost the weight, but I'm doing well. Today was a good day. I did a lot of stairs today.
All right, good. And
So I'm happy to do my new blood work on next. I am happy to do my blood work to see my numbers. Then,
right. Are you talking about your A1C?
my A1C, my cholesterol, everything. I'm just
Right.
happy to.
All right, good. And in terms of your energy right now, are you feeling more energized?
Yes, I came out this morning at 8. I did a whole lot of subways. I'm still like an energizer bunny.
Michelle, stop laughing at your auntie.
I'm laughing with her, Auntie.
Yeah, so I don't know what
view
is
on
going
this,
to happen when I
because
get
I'm
home.
only seeing one person. All right, that's good though. That's good.
Yes, I feel energized.
And you told him that your blood pressure's
That
been
one, the one above.
better, and your sugar numbers and that your
Yes,
those numbers are down.
my numbers for my blood pressure is like
The middle one.
106, 108 over. Jackie, how much it was?
I don't
You know,
recall.
it's in the low. It's Jack. It's in the
It
low.
wasn't high.
Jack is
It
like,
wasn't
if you
high.
don't
That's
remember,
all. It
how you
wasn't
expect
high.
me to remember? If you don't remember your numbers, I expect Jackie to remember your numbers.
No. I was. It's low. It's
Between
in the
98
low.
and 108. I think he told me 98, 99, and 108. That's what
Yeah,
he told me
and,
day before yesterday.
All right, good.
My sugar number, it never went over my finger stick never went over 108. 108.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so that's my report.
All right. Good, good, good. So you're doing good. So very important. So the foods we eat right now, the foods that we are consuming, right? They're devoid of nutrients. They're devoid. Like, we were watching something today, right, Mikey? You still with us, mate? Right? We were watching something today where they were talking about the difference between nutrients in foods from the 1950s compared to foods now. And depending whether you're talking about magnesium level, iron level, copper levels, vitamin A levels, and what have you, some foods were as bad as 80% less, right? 80% deficiency in the amount of nutrients in the food, right? The reason for this is because of this mass production farming, right? They're cramming a whole bunch of crops, aside from the pesticides and the herbicides and the fertilizers, the synthetic fertilizers, which kill all the nutrients. Basically, there's too many produce crammed into per acre. So imagine there's a big slice of pizza, right? We're all sharing a slice of pizza, right? And pizza isn't a good example because we don't eat pizza around here, right? Well, I don't. I know Mikey sneaks them in, but imagine a slice of a big pizza, right? And it's to be shared between four of us. Four of us is we're gonna be nice. We're gonna eat a nice portion each. But imagine now we have 20 times more people sharing that one pizza. How many people's bellies are gonna be full? 0, right? So the amount of nutrients in a plot of land, in the soil, is not enough nutrients to be shared between all these different crops. So there's a depletion in each crop, each type of produce that's being produced, that's coming up, right? And there's a depletion. So whether you're eating apples or you're eating carrots or you're eating beets, right? Or anything that grows in the ground, you have way less nutrients, whether it's in the form of iron, copper, magnesium, calcium. Everything's been depleted. So the reason why we do what we do and we have our herbal supplement that you guys take, this is to ensure that you get nutrients. When your body receives all these nutrients, it responds in a much healthy, heartier way than if you're just eating food. Even if you think you eat healthy, like a lot of people say, I eat clean and whatever. It's like, all right, but how many nutrients are you getting? Are you actually ingesting? And then how many nutrients are you absorbing? Which is the other part. So the reason why we want you to remove toxins and to improve your microbiome is that there's this saying, you are what you eat, but you are what you absorb. Really, it's what you absorb, not what you eat. It's what you absorb. So it's the bioavailability of what you're putting into your bodies, how well you are absorbing, how well is your digestive system, how good is your gut flora, your microbiome, right? Are you metabolizing? So continue taking the supplements. Those supplements provide you with everything that you need.
Okay, thank you.
You're most welcome. Tanya.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, doing good.
So, I was trying to put the article in the link, but I'm not very good at that. As you know, my tech savvy skills are horrible. What was I going to say? Oh gosh. When you slip up and fall off, like with the donut, what do? Do you just detox again or just do better, or what do you do? because I recently,
Get-
I didn't cheat like meat. I don't care about meat anymore. Thank God. That took forever to get rid of that chicken out of my life, which became easier when I was trying to paste this article for you guys to see that these farm workers at in Fayetteville or somewhere in the Carolinas, Mountainair Farm Plant. It's in Robeson County. The workers were getting sick, so some of them quit because they said they're either upping the chemical that smells like pneumonia or they're putting some new chemical that literally makes them sick even with their hazmat suit on.
Right.
So that was enough to seal the deal for me. I was like, oh, I mean, even before that, those kind of articles make me really scared. So I'm not a fan of any of that anymore. But I did, and I haven't eaten sugar, candy, cookies, potato chip, nothing. I just had a bad moment, and I think that's called my form of, if there's such a word, depression. Maybe that's what it is. But I ate it knowing darn well that it was nothing nutritional at all in that damn donut. So
and
Tanya, what do I do? Just
listen,
get over it and keep it clean.
Absolutely, just get back on the wagon. Listen, if anyone,
Are you there?
Can you hear us?
We're muted for some reason.
Are we muted?
I can't hear you.
Can you hear
guys
us at
hear
all?
me?
Unmute us.
Like, hello?
Hi, can you hear us? Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
I was like, hello, anybody out there?
No, we've been muted on
Don't
the
leave me
Zoom.
alone for a moment. You heard me?
On this screen
Docs?
here, unmute
Turn that
us.
screen around and then unmute that corner there.
Feedback.
In the corner, on the bottom. There you go. Can you hear us now?
Did you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
could
we
hear
heard-
you.
we heard
It's
everything,
us that was, you know.
We were muted. So anyway, Tanya,
We've got like eight candidates in there. 6 have been fired. There's 2 left.
Okay, gotcha.
and they're on hips. But Tanya, absolutely no. Look, if listen, anyone tells you that none of us are perfect, and I don't think you should look for perfection.
Hey.
Especially the guy to my left.
Sorry.
Don't look for perfection, because perfection is, as they say, the hope that kills, right? And remember, we're not grading you, and you made a beautiful statement that, you ate the donut, you felt kind of bad after eating it. That's all you need. That's self-governance, right? If you think you can live in America and go 365 days, 100% pure, good and righteous, then you're living in a fantasy world, right? We call it cheat meals for a reason. We all do it. We do it. We go places where it's a vegan restaurant. The menu looks great, but in the dish, there's one thing that's a bit naughty. We say, it's a bit naughty.
By he means he, not us.
This guy's the naughtiest, right? He's
I
got shares in
never cheat.
Beyond Meat.
I don't cheat.
So whether you cheat or not knowingly cheat, I can almost guarantee that you go to a restaurant, whether it's a vegan or vegetarian restaurant, and they'll tell you everything's clean, and they use a particular seasoning or they use a particular ingredient or get something from somewhere. You're not going to go through life 100% clean living in America, right? Now, the path that you're on now, you're going to get closer to that than someone that doesn't care at all, right? Now, when it comes to cheat meals, man, listen, in the last year, I think I must have had at least 2 sourdough donuts at some point. I had some decaf coffee. I was at a party and I had some cake. Had a bit of ice cream, and I don't eat regardless of.
Was it vegan ice cream or was it dairy?
It was so vegan. Apparently, the cows were vegan. The cows that made the milk were vegan, grass fed. But I know that my general lifestyle is one of intermittent fast. We make a joke that whenever we eat something bad, we're going to sabi it out the next day. If your general lifestyle is eating clean, that one thing you ate at the gas station, you were so hungry, it's not going to kill you. But know to yourself, right? Since I've eaten that. It may not kill you. It may not kill you. Yeah, if it's not absolute poison.
Right, but if you get that, what they sell? What's the most poisonous thing in a gas station? What is it? Honey bun. Don't do the honey bun. Never do the honey bun.
You could literally die, is what I think he's trying to tell you.
And I know there's so many people that do the honey buns. They do the Twinkies. They do that.
Yeah,
and it's poison.
Yeah, but Tanya, you made a great point, and I know you're very versed in this whole arena. The mental health part of this, right? The psychological part of this, the part that kind of motivates us, regardless of all the clinical stuff. You can't beat yourself up, and you're quite healthy. I know you've had some health challenges, but you've conquered a lot of them. So, you're on the upward incline. You've done great. You've done a lot in the last 18 months. So you know, if you fall off for a day or an hour or you had a drink somewhere, it's not the end of the world. You're on the wagon. You're on the right track. And again, the beautiful thing is that knowing that, oh man, I just had something that wasn't good for me, knowing that is more than half the struggle. You got to remember that there's millions of people that don't even know they're eating poison. And the fact they think they're eating great because it said there was a green leaf on the packet. You know, you know full well that a lot of these food manufacturing companies are jumping on this vegan bandwagon, jumping on the green and the fresh, right? And so they're putting these green leaves on everything, and they're really not. So, yeah, please don't beat yourself up about eating a donut. Now, if you have a donut every single day, your waistline will tell you before you come on a Friday call.
I mean, how did you feel though when you ate apart from feeling guilty? How did you feel that physiologically?
Well, here's the thing. I had to, and I did feel a little bit of a difference, and it's probably psychological because I was like, you know, that it has nothing in it at all, and I'm allergic to soy. And so I know the powder, there's a powder one and there was a chocolate one. And the chocolate definitely has to have some kind of soybean oil, it always does. And so I was like, oh my God, maybe I got COVID. Because I was like, you know, a little inflamed, I guess you want to call it. Because I don't even eat dairy. I don't do milk. Even for my coffee, I no longer if it's not coconut, I don't want it. I usually do it black now, but if I have it, that's usually how I do it. Just because I don't want to, you know, you can have a little bit and then you're off to the race. So I try not to, but my blood work was just so stellar. I just got my blood work back, and I'm so stoked because it means I'm doing something right, I hope, unless it's luck, right? So why am I trying to sabotage myself? Is why.
What compelled you to eat 2 donuts? After you had the first one, right? First of all, I want to know what compelled you to take the first one. Then after you did the first one, what compelled you to like, all right, let me have another?
The first one?
That's called, I need to get my life. I'm not working right now. And I think I was just in that place where it was like, all right. And then I write a lot. I write screenplays a lot. So I'm sitting at the computer and normally I don't have anything around me except for tea or something like that. But I just, you know, when you have it near you.
It was in your face.
How did it get into your house?
Because I listen to my daughter and I don't know. Don't ask. It's my fault because normally I tell her, if you got junk, don't let me see it because I don't want, until I get really strong, I don't want to see, I don't want to hear it. Nope. Don't even do it. I wouldn't even be around chicken for a while until I got it out of my system. Now I don't care whatever shit around, but something about that chocolate and that powdered donut just looked so good. And I knew it wasn't even organic or whatever you want to call it, or natural or whatever. Yeah. I knew it was straight Edmonds garbage, straight up. I mean, for real. And I was like, yeah. And I couldn't have one because psychologically I had already went to the race.
You need balance. Yeah.
But I'm back.
You know what, Tanya? Again, so now here's the thing. So desserts. You know, people like dessert. I like desserts. You know, we try and do vegan desserts. We don't have too many. In fact, we haven't had a vegan dessert for a little while because the people that sell the cakes are waiting for T-shirts from Dr. Amsu, and he keeps forgetting to take the T-shirts. So now we can't go there to get vegan cake because he keeps forgetting the T-shirts. But once in a while, maybe once a month, we might get a vegan slice of something. I kid you not, it's not even an everyday thing. But it's okay once in a while just to have, you know, just to crave something a little bit sweet. And try and find in your town the most, you know, the cleanest alternatives. The vegan confectionery, they're all over the place. You can maybe even Google something that'll deliver it around where they're not using any dairy. They'll use only, you know, things like coconut sugar. So go ahead, Kanya.
Yeah, we have a place. But I try not to do that either because to me, eating sweets is just not a good daily basis thing. If it was daily, it was okay. I'd be like, yeah. But I know that you put stuff in cookies and potato chips, and even if it is vegan, as they say, it's still not. I just find that, you know, the cacao with the coconut, you know, after each dinner is just probably not a good idea for me. And that's because my family has clogged arteries. So I already know this. So I have to really work hard to not eat anything that could possibly.
Also, a lot of you have to be careful as well because there is soy. A lot of vegan confectionaries and you know, restaurants and that, if they say, right, this is vegan, you have the next question is, does it contain soy? That's the next question. And then if you want to get real sexy on them, ask them if it's gluten-free.
I already experienced
and then after that, was it prepared by virgins? So there's a whole slew of questions that you got to ask, and we want perfection. So when you know that your blood work is up there, that should be encouragement that I'm never putting poison back into my body again.
That's what I'm saying? Yeah.
Because we're bombarded by toxins all the time, right? So there's the involuntary stuff that we ingest, we breathe it in, right? And the stuff that we don't know that may be in, cosmetics and what have you, that we have to assume that there's something in it that ain't bad. But the better our bodies are equipped, the more nutrients that we have to equip our body, give our body resources to be able to flush out toxins, that's a better place for us. So when we have anything like, something like diarrhea, it might just be one sitting of diarrhea rather than 4 or 5 days of stomach pains and, burning and whatnot, right? And a whole lot of messed up pants, right? It might just be one evening. If we have headache, it's one evening or one night, right? Where we have a headache. If we do come into contact, because our bodies are so dynamic and so resourceful in getting rid of toxins once they enter into our bodies, right? So, and I'm seeing on our screen that our internet connection is unstable. So if we go in and out, it's because our internet connection is unstable. But yeah, don't beat yourself up.
Thank you. I meant to tell you too, and my vitamin D level was stellar. Thanks to you guys.
Excellent. All right.
Thanks
that's
to
what
you.
We want to hear.
You did it. We just we're the support team, Tanya. We're the support team. But just going back to the sweet thing as well. Yeah, absolutely. Whether it's vegan or non-dairy or gluten-free, anything in excess is no good. You don't want to have too much sugar, regardless. So people think that if they switch to vegan desserts, they can eat as much as they like because it's not non-vegan. No, going back to the whole orange juice thing, how many oranges would you sit down and eat in one sitting? Just because it's organic orange, that doesn't mean you should eat 12. It's a bit too much acid in your stomach, So you still need to exercise proper portion control and just exercise, I guess common sense as well. And what I've noticed in myself was that the longer I went, quote unquote, vegan or plant-based, and I wasn't eating any, not just any meats directly, but things that contain meat or dairies or certain additives, I stopped craving them after a while. And, my kids would just stuff the fridge full of all kinds of nonsense. And I open the fridge and I look, oh man, there's no food. I'm not thinking, right, let me quickly cheat and have, I don't want it. I physically and emotionally do not want that food. So I've just stricken it off of my whole, my whole palate, as it were. And that will happen in time. It may not happen overnight for you, but, yeah. Michelle, do you have a question?
I kind of a question. So Jacqueline is, she wants to do the fast. Well, she wants to fast, but she's concerned about doing the 14-day. So you figure maybe she'll do like kind of like the athlete detox, but just do 1 meal a day, intermittent fast, and take the supplements. So can you speak to her a bit? Like she's on medications, etc. So she's concerned about coming off of those while she's doing it. She's not convinced she could do the 14. So can you talk to her a little bit about doing it, maybe intermittent fasting and drinking the coconut water and drinking the waters. So kind of a combo or a melding of the two.
Okay, so she's on medication and she don't want to come off the medication.
I think she's a bit concerned because every time we talk, she's like, well, on this, on that. Doctor says. So, but she's on. She can speak. Auntie.
Auntie Jackie. Talk to me. What are you on medication for exactly?
Oh, everything. Blood pressure. Diabetes. I have CKD. I think it's gone to 4. ACKD 4. There's high cholesterol. They say I have asthma. I dispute that. I'll just do something that has to do with your adrenal glands.
Okay.
So they put me on another medication for that because they say something is leaching my potassium.
Probably one of the medications you're on. Now, here's what I need for you to do, right? Just as some homework for you and as research, right?
Sure.
Google your medications to see side effects. Right? Just do that.
Okay.
Google the medication that you're on to see the side effects. Then you'll know what kind of toxins you're taking while you are trying to maintain, because those medications are not going to reverse what's going on with you. They paper over the cracks. They may give you some mild relief from symptoms, right? But they are not going to reverse the condition. Right?
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking I am not so sure I can do that 14 days. Well, maybe if I do the 7-day and then probably down the line, like maybe a month or 2 after, I try the 14.
Well, here's what I will tell you straight up and down. For all the conditions that you just reeled off there, the 7 isn't going to do much for you. It's not going to do much for you. 7 is for somebody who doesn't have a chronic illness or disorder, right? Who eats pretty clean, right? They're eating pretty clean, but they know, every so often they need a quick once over, a quick once over in order to get them back on track. That's what the 7-day is for. 14 is for the conditions that you've just told me about. You should do the 14, right? You should absolutely do the 14. And there are certain supplements that you need on top of the supplements that you have in the 14. But after you do the 14, it's about intermittently fasting after that. But I would like for you to get rid of excess inflammation. There are inflammatory toxins in your body that have to be expelled. And in order to do so, the best way to do it is to refrain from eating and staying on supplements and liquids throughout, right? And once you and this are anti-inflammatory, right? So all the conditions you've been speaking about, they're all inflammatory conditions, right? So what it is that there's a psychosomatic issue going on with you that you want to do the easiest thing, but the easiest thing is going to be ineffective, right? Now you can do the Great Black Fat Detox, which is going to lower cholesterol, right? It's 30 days, it's intermittent. You can eat once a day, right? But also, I would like you to stop with those medications because they're not helping you.
Okay, I would go for that. Okay, I need to ask a question of Michelle. So the supplements that you ordered for me, are those the same ones that I would need?
What did you say, Auntie?
The supplements that you ordered for me to do the 7-day, I will need more than that for the 14 days?
it's the 14. It's the supplements for the 14-day. You were just Since you were hesitant, I was saying that might be a compromise.
Yeah, I think Michelle, she's asking that if she was going to switch to the fat detox, Dr. Amsu, what would she need to change?
No, the fat one. No, she was asking about the 14-day. She has what she needs for the 14-day.
Yes.
She would need to order additional for the fat.
Right.
Exactly,
All right. So if you would need to get the lipo RX, right? And I mean, if you add lipo RX to the 14, then that will suffice. That will suffice for the Great Black Fat Detox. That will suffice for you to, even though there might be, I think,
right,
in the Great Black Fat Detox, right? But you don't have to worry about that. Just do the intermittent fasting, right? And still do the waters and that. Still have the coconut water and the structured water. You know, because we recommend that for everybody anyway. But you intermittently fast every day.
Can you tell her what would be a good time range to eat, or what intermittent fasting means, so she doesn't wake up and eat 8 o'clock in the morning, like, you know, in the afternoon, after 2 o'clock or whatever.
All right, so
well, that would be coming after. You suggested that I do the 14, which I will consider, and I will go for that.
Jackie, I'll help you. I'll help you.
Yeah, I understand that. So then after the 14, then I could do the intermittent.
Yes, yes. Because intermittent is where I want the whole world to be. If I was Trudeau and I did an emergency executive order on everybody, implemented martial law, it would be everybody intermittently fasts every day. Because that's the healthiest way of living, where you don't eat in the morning. You never eat in the morning, and you never eat after midnight. So, you know, like the gremlins, right? Don't feed the gremlins after midnight.
Come on.
Because that's when we start our assimilation process, right? And you never eat in the morning because you're still going through elimination. Your body is going through the elimination process, right? So when you intermittently fast, you have a window in which you eat. That window can be a 6-hour window. Anything from a 6-hour window down to a 1-hour window. That's best. That's the best target, where you're not eating for 18 hours. You don't eat anything for a whole 18 hours. So it lowers calories and it starts to use up energy or fat or toxins that are stored around the body. Wherever there are fat deposits, those deposits will start to wane, start to diminish. All right?
Okay. So I'll start with the 14 days. So Michelle?
Yes, Auntie.
I have the pancreagen and
you have kidney.
Right, add those. Yeah, take those while you're doing the 14. Do them all at the same time.
I ordered liver and blood. And you have essence.
I have essence. Mm-hmm. So that is all I need.
I have to order and then, but I'll get with you to do that. Dr. Amsu, can you about her medication, so she should stop it when she starts, or she should wean off of it during 14 days? Talk to her about how to do that, please.
All right. So what I'd like you to do is, when you start your 14, to stop taking them all together, right? And if you feel any kind of wooziness, like you're feeling like, nah, I'm not gonna be able to cope, that's where you say, all right, I'm gonna wean instead. Like if you're on life and death medication, like if you stop taking your medication for one day that you could die, then wean. But if it's just every now and again, you might have a spike in your blood sugar levels, or you might have a spike in blood pressure or whatever, then stop it altogether, because by fasting you are actually your blood sugar levels will go down naturally, and so should your blood pressure. Because when I say this all the time, when you are fasting, there's more serum nitric oxide, which is a natural vasodilator. So it actually makes helps your blood vessels to become more flexible.
And what about the kidneys?
And we have a supplement called Kidney RX as well. For
that.
And so take the kidney. So any supplements that you have, and I'm sure Michelle's given you everything for what's going on with you. Take all your supplements while you're doing the detox, and after you finish your detox, you're going to continue with everything anyway.